Welcome to San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats, a place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles taking on the winners of 9 straight, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Golden Eagles will boot it away to start the game. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Texas State Bobcats offense takes the field to start this game off. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. To the air, it's McLeod. Fires to the wideout. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Well, the defense just needs to get the quarterback down. They had a chance for a negative play there. They let him escape. Good news is, though, they were able to cover on the back end and force the incompletion.
He tries to take the top off. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And the Bobcats line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Golden Eagles offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Takes the handoff. It's Clark. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Golden Eagles will punt it away on 4th down. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think
the ball scores free. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds?
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's McLeod. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
hard running there. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. He's got his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
And that pass intercepted.
Most defenses are lucky if you have 1 good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Clark. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, it's Anderson. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's McLeod. Throws for the tight end. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
And they're able to get him on the ground.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have some.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands, the big defensive line that comes up with the INT.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's McLeod. Fires to the big fella. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Connection to the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going for it all. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Bobcats. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You see all this movement in football now, all the sting of the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. It'll be a draw. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Golden Eagles will punt this one away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Looking to pass. It's McLeod. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. And there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Now adjusting. A little release to the back. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. And the Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. Coming after it. Trying to get to it. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got a man. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Looking downfield, it's McLeod. Pressure coming. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. A shot toward the end zone. He makes a grab, and he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And the Bobcats trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's going to the right looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas State. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something. Everything going in the other direction, so mouth early in this football game. Got to find something positive quick.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 11 over Tennessee. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Catch in the middle, it's Heath. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Rodemaker. Snags it over the middle. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Quickly to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat San Marcos when that town is buzzing as it is today. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
The Bobcats will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to
open runway ahead. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Got it behind the line. It's Clark. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
To the ground with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Golden Eagles will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Rodemaker. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Golden Eagles will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And the Bobcats get it past the sticks. Now on first down from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. He lofts one down the sideline. And he's got it at the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
And here comes the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time.
The expressway is wide open. The 20. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. He wants to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas State, 17, Southern Mississippi.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. A first down for the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 40. At the 20. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Many ways can I get to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays. This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
And the Bobcats trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll run the option. The pitch. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Quick touch pass to the receiver. Lowers those pads. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. To throw, it's McLeod. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And he's already put one 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Splits the uprights. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 6 over Sam Houston. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Catch in the middle. It's Heath. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Using his legs, it's Clark. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Back to pass, it's Rodemaker. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there.
Going over the top. And he pulls it in at the 15. Touchdown, Texas State. Reeled it in and just made the house call. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Play the analytics here, and you go for two.
29 Philly.
The give. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, I'm sure we're going to middle round.
Scanning the field, it's Rodemaker. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen two big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
The Golden Eagles are on the move. Back to the air one more time. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. And the Golden Eagles are in the hurry-up. Using his legs, it's Gray. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Golden Eagles trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Rodemaker. Gets it out quickly. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. And the Golden Eagles are in the red zone. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Off play action. Finds his man. It's Keith.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a 1st down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, they're going to win this game.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 12 over Sam Houston.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Push down for the tackle.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Gray. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughing. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Golden Eagles with the 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Makes the catch. It's Dalton. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw, it's Rodemaker. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Pirouettes away from the defense. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation